Hi, I'm Monica. On trail lunch is my favorite part of the day. We take time to have a hot meal, rest, and laugh. Join us every day on the Appalachian Trail as the water boils.
Today's As the Water Boils is a story brought to you by the June bug and her dad. For who? Anybody in particular that you're thinking of telling a story to today?
Let's do Harper, Ellie, and Theo.
We did last time. It was Harper.
We did Harper.
Well,
This
Harper
time-
was central. Ellie participated, and Theo also was involved. Theo got bit by the snake and went to sleep. Anyway, but we can tell.
Let's do one for Ellie.
Oh, a specific one for Ellie.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just his birthday.
Oh.
Can we throw in a couple other cousins?
Yeah.
Who?
Tommy.
Tommy,
And
Theo.
Tommy.
We might need one
Theo,
from another family, too. Can you think of David or
Owen.
Robert? Owen. Okay, so Owen, Theo, Tommy,
and Ellie.
and Ellie. Okay. Go ahead. It always starts with what?
Once upon a time.
That's right, once upon a time. What happened?
There were 4 cousins,
Yeah?
and they were on.
They missed each other a lot. They hadn't seen each other for a very, very long time.
Yeah. So they all went to North Carolina
Yes, they did.
together.
They went to North Carolina, and they were in North Carolina together at the same time.
Yeah.
Harper, and was Harper there?
Yeah,
No. Oh,
Harper
yeah.
was
Harper,
there.
Theo, Ellie, Tommy, and that's 5. 5 cousins. I know what happened. They woke up early one morning.
Uh-oh.
Because, here's why they woke up early. Because Tommy knows what his job is on vacation. What's his job on vacation?
Get up early and make coffee.
For who?
For you.
For Uncle Vince, that's right. Tommy wakes up to make coffee for Uncle Vince because he is the best coffee maker. So Tommy woke up really early one morning to make coffee, and lo and behold, he spilled it. Ooh. And while he was cleaning it up, actually, no, he spilled it on the ground, and there was a little knot hole in one of the pieces of wood on the floor, and some coffee dripped through and went bonk, 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 like that on Owen's face. Because Owen was sleeping downstairs because they got relegated to the basement because Aunt Dellen was whining. And so the coffee was bonk, bonk, bonk right on Owen's face, and he woke up and he walked out of his room. Well, when he walked out of his room, he walked out into the play area where, guess who was there? Theo and Ellie and Harper were all of them right there. And he was trying to walk past them and sneak past them. Well, actually, he didn't know where they were there because they were under a sleeping bag, all sleeping soundly. But he tripped, bloop, right that, over Ellie and fell skerplat right on top of the other 2. And they all said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Oh my goodness, I was going upstairs to see what happened because I was getting this hot droplet right on my face, and I wanted to find out what was happening." So I went upstairs. So they all of them, 4 of them, went upstairs. And sure enough, guess what they found out?
It was coffee.
It was coffee. Tommy had dripped coffee. And Uncle Vince was sitting there. And they said, "Uncle Vince, would you like to come outside and play?" And Uncle Vince said, "You know, I'm a little tired. Does it include walking? Because I've just walked a long way and I don't want to walk anymore. Not on vacation." And they said, "Bah humbug, you big party pooper, and we're going to go outside and play, with or without you." And he said, "It looks like it's without me." And they said, "Can we do the culvert hike?" And Uncle Vince was looking at his phone, because that's what grown-ups do now. He was just staring at his phone, doing nothing, and he didn't even pay attention to the question, but he said, "Yeah, no problem." And sure enough, they marched out the door and they said, we're going to hike to town. This was early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. And it had rained all night long. So there was they got over the top of the hill. They climbed way, way up to the top of the hill. They fought their way through the brambles with a stick that Tommy picked up, and they were on their way down. And what did they find? But mud. Slippy, slippery, crazy mud. And guess who started playing in the mud?
Ellie.
Ellie, because he loves the mud. And so he started slipping and playing in the mud, and he said, hey, Owen, turn around. And Owen turned around and said, what? And skerplat, right in the eye, hit him with mud, right in the eye. And then they started the best mud fight that's ever been known in the history of North Carolina, right there on the top of that mountain. And then what they found out when they got washed up, because they went down to the culvert, the stinking, nasty, gross culvert water, but it was cleaner than their faces. So about 4 miles later, when they trudged their way down the hill, they climbed into the culvert water, but it was full. It was loaded up. And they thought, maybe we should go through it anyway. But it was a big puddle, and it was like flying through the culvert. They said, hey, we could raft our way through that. So they dove in, and they held their breath, and it spit them out the other side, and they were clean as a whistle, except for 700 ticks that they had all over their faces. And Ellie said, honestly, they look kind of yummy. And he started biting them and eating the ticks right off of the others' faces, because he is crazy. That's Ellie. Anyway, so they went to town. They went to the Mass General store. In the meantime, the whole family had woken up, and they came downstairs, and they said, hey, Uncle Vince, have you seen the boys? And he said, what boys? And they said, well, we're missing boys. We're missing Tommy. Nope, haven't seen him. He made me coffee. I haven't seen him since then. How about Owen? Doesn't ring a bell. How about Ellie and Harper? Nope. Theo? Oh, wait. I do remember Theo. Theo said something about the culvert. And then they realized Uncle Vince knew all along that they had gone on a culvert hike, and they were oh so mad at him. They all hopped in the car, and they drove down to the Mass General store. They found him and called up to Vince's phone, because he was still staring at his screen, because that's what adults do. And he answered the phone, and they said, you better clear out, because we're coming after you. So Vince got scared, climbed to the top of the hill, walked down, swam through the culvert, and went to the Frog Level Brewery, where he is drinking beer to this day. Do you have anything to add to our story? Did you like that one? Is that a good one?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, but the car they drove down there was a big monster truck.
Oh, yeah. They didn't even use the roads. They just drove over the trees. Like, and when they got there, Ellie said, you went monster trucking without me. And he was so mad that he said, hey, Daddy Ben, Stepdaddy Ben, I want you to take me for a ride in the monster truck. And Stepdaddy Ben said, I don't know how to drive a stick shift. Maybe we should ask my wife. She knows how to do all the manly things in our house. And and Erica said, I'll take it from here. The end.
Thanks for watching. For even more riveting content, visit our Patreon page.